So as you can probably see in this example, I've already done the work. It's in bold and underlined, but I want to show you how I got this information. So first of all, we're given data from recent graduates that are working for us as a large firm, and we've rated their performance on a 3-point scale, and we've rated the school they came from. And so we're wondering, is there evidence of relationship between the way we rate the school and how the employees do? And so this is a chi-square test of independence. And so we could, of course, go through like we did with the other example and do this by hand, but you can also do this on the calculator. Now, some of us do have chi-square goodness of fit on the calculator as well, but since not all of us do, we didn't look at that. Only the 84 has that. And so now instead, for this chi-square test of independence, so we all have that on our calculator, so it's very useful to get p-values and even the test statistic. So you could actually use this to just calculate the test statistic. So what I want to do is actually enter this data as a matrix. So I go to second in matrix. If you have an 84, you can just press the matrix button, and I go to edit matrix A. It's asking for the number of rows and columns. So there are 4 rows, there are 3 columns, and so now I can just input the data. Exactly as I see it in the table. Once I've done that, I can go to Stat, Tests, and I press up to go to the bottom of the list, and you can see I have chi-square goodness of fit test here. Of course, we don't all have that. That isn't the type of test. This is independent, so I just go to chi-squared test. Notice it doesn't ask for anything. All you have to do is go to calculate, and I get my p-value, and that's what I'm going to use the p-value method here. But also note that you get a chi-squared test statistic and the degrees of freedom. So if you were to go through and want to use the table for this, you could actually go through, use 15.967 as your test statistic, look up in the table alpha 0.05, degrees of freedom 6, and compare the two, and you would get the same answer. Now for me, I wanted to use the p-value method, so as you can see on the screen, I wrote down the p-value is 0.0139. Now this is certainly less than 0.05 or alpha, so I would reject H0. Therefore, I'd say there's evidence of the relationship between school type and rating. So very straightforward to do on the calculator. Now what I could also do if I wanted to see all the expected frequencies, if I go back to second in matrix and go to B, so I'm going to press 2 and press enter and press left and right arrows, I can actually look through, and these are all the expected frequencies. So if I needed those for some reason, I also have them. So the calculator is pretty powerful for this. On tests, you'll have options of which one you want to use. On the homework, of course, I might ask for you to tell me the p-value or the test statistic. So either one. But in the end, you'll get the same result no matter which method you choose.